Hey, y'all. Tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow morning, enrollment for the founding year of Our Own Lane officially opens. But before you decide if this is for you, I want to talk about a single feeling, right? It's a feeling of walking into a room, a faculty meeting, a department lunch, a parent reception, and realizing yet again that you're the only one. The only one who looks like you, the only one who gets the joke behind the joke, the only one who has to translate your own experience for everyone else in the room. For 25 years, I thought my job was to learn how to belong in those rooms. And after 25 years in 5 different schools, if I could go back and tell my 30-year-old self just one thing, only one, it would be this. LaRonda, you're going to spend a lot of years waiting for an invitation that is not coming. And it's not coming not because of anything that you did wrong, not because you weren't excellent enough, not because you didn't work hard enough, but because you need to understand the blueprint of the place that you're in. I want to say that part plainly because nobody said it plainly to me. These institutions were founded on a blueprint of legacy and wealth that didn't originally include us. That's not a controversial statement. It's just a foundational fact. And when you walk into one of these buildings as a Black professional, you're walking into an institution whose original blueprint just didn't account for your presence. It's not your fault. That's not the weight that you have to carry. And it's not a problem that you're going to solve by being twice as good, 3 times as composed, or 5 times as patient. Whew. So here's the lesson. You don't have to wait for a seat at their table because you bring your own unique experience into this environment. And this is why you were hired. Remember that. You were the best person for the job. They wanted you because of who you are. Now that you have the job, you know the table was never fully set for you. And once you know that, really know it, not as bitterness, but as information, something changes. When you know that, things just kind of shift in your brain, right? You stop spending your energy trying to earn a chair. You're trying to earn a seat, right? And then, but you shift your mindset. And you start spending your energy building a space of your own. That's not a rejection of the work. I gave 25 years to that work. I love my job. I loved my jobs. I loved the opportunities I had to grow across many different schools. And I'm proud of what I built inside those buildings. So here's the wisdom I wish someone had handed to me at 30 years old when I was just starting my career. The room that you actually need, the one where you don't have to translate, where you don't have to perform, where, did that really just happen? Gets met with, yeah, girl. I know exactly what you mean. That room is the one that you have to build. So because nobody is going to build it for you, that's what I'm here for. That's what we're doing here. Okay? So this reminds me of when I had my first school that I worked at, and I was the only Black professional at the school, and I was working in the community building space. So part of my job was to be the faculty advisor to the Student Diversity Club, which eventually branched off into, we branched off into so many different affinity spaces for girls and for boys and for LGBTQ and for international students, for Asian students. We had a lot of branches. But you know what I didn't have? I didn't have a lot of adults. There weren't adults in my school that were supportive of me in my work. We were all supporting the students as we're supposed to. That's the gig, right? But who's looking out for you? Who's looking out for you as an adult? When you step into this place with your unique and diverse talent, who's looking out for you? That's why I built this community. So because nobody is going to build it, I personally had an opportunity when I was at my first school. I came up with an idea even back then of the way that I could get support. So I went to I didn't know who else was doing the kind of community building in their school. And that was in my general vicinity of the school that I worked in. So I went to the athletic department and found their game schedule. Who are they playing? That gave me an idea of the schools in my area. And then I reached out to the people in the schools to find out who was doing the similar type of work. And that's how I built my community, how I built my network of folk during my first experience. It's actually how I learned about the People of Color Conference, because one of those kind ladies, shout out to Ida Beth, for telling me about the People of Color Conference. Gosh, it was 2003, I think it was, when I attended my first conference, and I ended up going to that conference for 20 years, where I built up a beautiful network of people who helped me to survive. Even though I basically would see them once a year at this conference. And that's why Our Own Lane, I'm trying to make it so that feeling that we used to have when we would be in affinity space, when we would be in the Black affinity space, or we would be in the affinity space for women, it was fantastic. It just allowed you to breathe. And that's what Our Own Lane is all about. So these folks helped teach me the ropes, teach me how to navigate my way through. If I found myself overwhelmed with the challenges and the expectations of my job, I could pick up the phone and call any of these folks that were in my community, in my network, and they would help me out. They would help me walk through it. So the on-ramp, which is the free part of this, Our Own Lane, is going to be the beginning of that for you. If you join the community for free, you'll see that. So here's the most important part, and the part I want to say out loud. The part nobody told me. You were never supposed to do this alone. I knew it. I had that feeling in my chest. I could feel it. I'm like, man. And because I would see my colleagues, they had people who understood, who spoke their language, because I was at a predominantly white school. And so they could, whether they were, had been college athletes, or they were into the sciences or the arts, whatever it was, they found their people at the school. And I didn't have that. And I'm building this community for those folks who feel like they too do not have that. Okay? So, as I said, that's what Our Own Lane is. It's a space I needed when I was 30 years old. A space that I needed when I was 40 years old. A space I still need now. The reason I want to build it is because it's not a replacement for your school. It's the thing that makes your school survivable. And at its best, it'll make your school thrivable. So we'll get together and we'll unpack some things, and we will wrestle with some challenges and some case studies, and hopefully help you feel better equipped to go back into your community, right? So the gift of building it now together is that the next generation of Black educators walking into their first faculty meeting won't have to wait 25 years to learn what I learned. So this makes me think of what's happening in the NBA playoffs right now. LeBron James playing alongside his son Bronny, right? Man, to see the joy on his face when a reporter will ask him. I'm not that much of a sports fan, but I have been following this young man's career for a long time, and I just can't even imagine. Well, I can't imagine. I had a similar experience because I think it was my last year attending the People of Color Conference, RIP. And my daughter, who also works in private schools now, was also there as an attendee, as an educator. And to see her walking through the halls with the younger educators and me with my OG educators, right? And people saying, "I met your daughter. I met your daughter." That's the closest I get to what LeBron must be feeling as he talks about what it's like playing with his baby, right? So this community is designed to help you all walk in with some of the tools necessary to navigate this space. Tomorrow, Wednesday, April 29th, the doors will be opening. It's our anniversary. It'll be the beginning. It's our debut, right? And then next year it'll be our anniversary that we'll remember April 29th as the day that we launched. And so here's the most exciting part for me. The first door that we're opening is to the free community. That part has no limits. As many Black professionals that want to come and join the on-ramp can come and join the on-ramp. I'm saying it that way specifically because there are parts of the program that I am limiting for this first year. So the on-ramp will be a private space where you can connect with your peers, share your experiences in a room where you don't have to translate, and you can be a part of this conversation from day one. So it's a community that I wish I'd had, a community that I did get to experience with other Black colleagues when I attended that annual conference. So once a year, we would go to different locations, and it would be just like, but imagine only being able to breathe once a year. That's crazy, right? So our own lane hopefully will open up some more of that breathing room that you don't have to hold your breath for the entire year. So it's free to join. And it's where our journey together will begin. Now, for those of you who are ready to go a little deeper and faster, we're also opening enrollment for our 2 paid programs inside of the community. There will only be 24 spots for our founding cohort of the Accelerator. And you can go to the website and know the difference between the Accelerator and the Pacesetters. So there will be 6 slots open for the Pacesetter cohort. Yes. That one has more intense mentorship, and you'll have access to me I'll be available for one-on-one calls. You'll get one one-on-one call per month as a member of the Pacesetters, and so much more. So these cohorts will begin officially August the 3rd. The paid cohorts will begin August 3rd. I will start adding information into the on-ramp community for you to take part in and to join. You'll join my school SKOOL community. You'll find out all about it. If you click that link and I get your email address, then I'll start staying in contact with you and we'll start to build this thing together. So when these founding spots are gone, they're going to be gone for the 26-27 school year. So here is your plan for tomorrow. Your first step is to come and join us in the free community. Go to the website, ourownlanecommunity.com. You will find a link to join the on-ramp right there. Once you're inside the on-ramp, you will find all the information about our founding cohorts, including the enrollment deadlines and the investment details for both the accelerator and the pace setters. When these spots are gone, they'll be gone. As I said, they're going to be gone for that 26-27 school year. So don't wait. Don't put it off. I'm giving you 90 days to connect with your supervisor, to connect with the person that holds the purse strings at your school, because I believe that, and I am designing this is a professional development community that is, they should use it as a retention tool. They want to help you stay at your school, be happy. This is not a place where you're going to come in and you just gripe and moan. This is a place where you'll get skills so that you'll understand that your job's not half bad. Now, if it's a toxic job, if there's a problem, we will work on that as well and try to help you solve that problem that it is causing you too much angst, right? Sometimes, as I always think of that Kenny Rogers song, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and you better know when to run, right? So join us in the on-ramp tomorrow. Our community is waiting. It's waiting for you. We're going to build this together, and I hope I'll see you there. Bye. Ooh.